largest nuclear power plant is out after shelling by Russian forces who have now taken control of the site.
Now that assault comes as the invasion entered its second week with no end in sight. NBC's Bree Jackson is in Washington with the latest.
A fire at Europe's largest nuclear plant in Ukraine extinguished this morning following an attack by Russian forces. Another sign of the path of destruction left behind. President Biden spoke with the president of Ukraine about the attack after announcing more sanctions on Russian oligarchs.
We're going to continue to support Ukrainian people with direct assistance.
There are growing calls from both parties for the president to go even further and ban U.S. imports of Russian oil.
I don't want U.S. dollars to be funding this carnage in Ukraine.
The administration cautions gas prices will spike even higher and pad Russian President Vladimir Putin's profits. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham suggesting the Russian people get rid of him.
You need to take this guy out by any means possible.
The Russian ambassador criticizing Graham's comments as a call to terrorism. President Volodymyr Zelensky says he wants to speak directly to his Russian counterpart.
I think I have to talk with Putin.
Putin claiming the military operation is going as planned as Russia captures its first major city. Secretary of State Antony Blinken with NATO allies in Belgium pledging support for Ukraine.
We will defend every inch of NATO territory.
With attacks ramping up, nearly 4 million Ukrainians are expected to flee their homeland. Negotiators agreed to open humanitarian corridors to evacuate citizens. With a Russian convoy roughly 15 miles outside the Ukrainian capital, there's warning the worst is yet to come.
He's a United States senator.
But you think any Russian general is going to be listening to what Lindsey Graham is saying on
you don't think
Fox
that
News?
Putin could use that as propaganda? The United States is doing what they're trying to do over there?
Yeah. Senator Lindsey Graham said last night that someone ought to assassinate President Putin. Does the White House have any take on that statement? Is it helpful at this point?
That is not the position of the United States government, and certainly not a statement you'd hear come from the mouth of anybody working in this administration.
All right, joining me now, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham to respond to this criticism. Senator, you just heard our reporting of what's happened in the last 24 hours since you made that statement. Towns annihilated, neighborhoods leveled, entire areas wiped off the map, and we've heard about targeting civilians. That would be innocent men, women, and children. So in the context of what we heard reported right here on this program tonight, that, I think, would justify the idea that if you have a conscience and a soul and you're around Vladimir Putin, I don't care, by whatever means necessary, stand up and stop this because innocent people are dying, including kids.
Well, thank you for having me. I spoke to the Ukrainian ambassador earlier today. Your voice is breaking through. After I listen to your program every night, Putin needs a longer table. Here's what I would say. I've been a military prosecutor, defense attorney, judge for 30-something years. I'm going to introduce a resolution next week. I'll give it to you on your show, declaring that Putin is a war criminal. It's clear to me the world would be better off if the Russian people took Putin out tonight. The war in Ukraine would end and Russia would have freedom they don't enjoy today. A steel curtain has descended upon the Russian people. What does that tell me? That Putin is afraid of his own people. Martial law has been virtually declared by Putin. I think the Russian people are not buying what Putin is selling when it comes to the Ukraine. And if the Ukrainian people continue to fight as brave as they are, I think eventually the dam will break in Russia. But I want to say this crystal clear, without apology, without equivocation, the world would be better off if Putin were gone tonight. And the best way to end this war is not American boots on the ground, but for the Russian people to rise up, reclaim the honor of their country, and take this guy out, Putin, by any means necessary. And if you don't understand that, you don't understand this war, and you don't understand the world in which we live.
And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If you love me, keep my commandments.